I know that ain't who I think it is.
I ain't dreaming.
What is this? Huh? This is rock.
Hell no.
In and out, how we be moving. All gas, no break, yo, we be cruising. You and I.
Bags or Versace robes. The middle classes.
Hey!
Take a look at these 3 bags. 2 are from Walmart and 1 is from Louis Vuitton. Can you tell which one is the luxury brand? Sure,
see the Louis Vuitton.
It's easy when the LV logo is plastered all over it, but I lied. One of those other bags isn't from Walmart. It's actually a Birkin worth over $30,000.
Listen, I wouldn't know that, but the women that know about purses, they'll know like that. Bro, this video is called Luxury Fashion is for Broke People. That's what I'll say. True and not true. The thing is, you would often see rich people wearing shit that, like crazy rich people that they don't know about. Like, so maybe they might not flex in your Gucci's and shit like that. This motherfucker got on a shirt that looks like a $60 shirt that's really $1,200.
Mainstream luxury fashion brands have trained us to believe that branding is everything, when in reality, most high-end products are really only status symbols for those that can't afford it. Real luxury hides in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen the show Succession, you're
one of the biggest ways to one of the biggest things that a lot of people do is watches. Like, I'm talking about some basic watches. I can show y'all a watch that look like it's been crumpled up, and that watch is $30,000. Like, it's what they do.
Probably aware of how one character's featureless $625 cashmere hat helped populate conversations regarding stealth wealth. While famous movie stars are often pictured in the regular designer brands that you've heard of, like Gucci and Balenciaga, many times they're paid to advertise it. The truly rich, that aren't constantly in the spotlight, have an entirely different kind of wardrobe, one based around minimalism, quality, and fit. For example, those plain gray t-shirts that Mark Zuckerberg wears, they are $400 custom made from Brunello Cucinelli. To most people, it looks like it could be from Target.
Like, yeah, like, this is a great example. You think on a regular shirt, yeah, it's $400. So all these people got to stop running around with this lying narrative. I don't think this is what the video is trying to achieve, but they got to stop with this narrative that rich people just go around and wear basic, because a lot of them do. I want y'all to know that and understand it, but all of them is not doing that. They generalizing it. These is spending that bag on these clothes as well, man. But also at the same time, they're going to keep them clothes for a long time too, though.
Brunello Cucinelli, yet to most people, it looks like it could be from Target. In fact, when the truly rich do wear traditional luxury brands such as Prada and Valentino, they have access to exclusive designs that hide their branding. When most people think of luxury items, they're often reminded of brands that have strong advertising and a recognizable logo or design. Whether that be a Rolex watch, a Lamborghini sports car, or Gucci flip-flops.
Hold on, I was reading the comments. Sorry, let's go back, y'all.
Often reminded of brands that have strong advertising and a recognizable logo or design. Whether that be a Rolex watch, a Lamborghini sports car, or Gucci flip-flops, they're all easily identifiable as luxurious. While billions of advertising dollars have been spent to ingrain that message into your mind, often they aren't the pinnacle of quality by any means. They are simply highly regarded as a status symbol. Like many other animals on Earth, we place value on status symbols as they can project value upon ourselves. Male peacocks use their colorful feathers to attract a mate, penguins collect pebbles to prove their worth, and us humans purchase douchey luxury goods.
Yo,
it's all the same.
Thank God I ain't no motherfucking animal, man. A penguin trying to get some go around and start picking up some rocks. Yo, what the bro?
Status symbols merely attempt to prove that their owner is valuable. The reason we don't see the ultra-rich like Jeff Bezos dripped out in Gucci is because we all know he's rich. He doesn't need to prove it. However, when you see your neighbor or coworker wearing a new designer outfit, you immediately begin to wonder about how they are able to afford it. Turns out, a lot of the time, they can't.
That's a fact. Now, I ain't gonna lie though, that's a fact too, but it's also a fact and not a fact about like, sometimes like if I see a nigga with some Gucci and shit, I'm like, yo, all right, nigga doing this thing. But every now and then you will see a nigga that like, You know, I mean, I'm not pocket watching you at all. But you got all this Louis on. Where you get that money from? Like that. All right, ball out then. Type. I don't know how to explain it.
Huh? Why do you dress like that? Like that. What's you wearing? You look poor.
In places with great income inequality, those
You're literally talking about yourself. I don't even be wearing a lot of designer shit, bro. I wear it every now and then.
people with lower incomes live under significant social stress. Their lower position in the social hierarchy is more obvious and more consequential. In response, some people purchase the kinds of goods that create the impression that they have money to spare, even when they don't. Researchers examined Google search trends across the US and found that people in states with relatively high income inequality were more likely to search for luxury brands than those in other states. You can actually map this correlation, and you can see searches for luxurious brands like Ralph Lauren or items like fur vests.
It's similar.
Had the same breakdown as did the map of income inequality. Despite what we think, that common luxury items are only purchased by the rich, it's actually the lower and middle class consumers that account for nearly half of the luxury goods market globally. People like to criticize those that overspend, yet they don't realize why people do it in the first place. For example, overpriced Air Jordan sneakers are popular amongst young African American men, including those from poor neighborhoods. Despite the fact that purchasing them might cause more financial stress, for many, it's considered a necessity. Critics of spending above your...
Well, I want to. Well, for some, it might consider a necessity. Like, I can only speak for me right now. Like, I can only truly speak for me. The only reason why I would want so much like some Jordans, it's just like, Raid. I'm sorry, I don't even know who Raid is. Give me a second. Hey, Messi! My mother dog, Messi, man. You been in your bag streaming, bro. Thank you so much for the goddamn Raid. And the support as always. My dog, bro. Now, what's the YouTube pick? What you mean? I don't know. But yeah, so it's like the reason why I buy certain shoes is because I grew up wanting them, bro. Like, and I try to be smart about getting them. I don't try to get every shoe. But yeah, like a lot of these shoes, it's like, bro, while you couldn't afford them, maybe you got a little bit of more money, and I know if I buy it, I'll be all right.
Your means on luxury items often fail to recognize the underlying effect that these luxury goods can have. For some, their status in society is insecure.
Yep.
Many people who are low income can't afford to appear like they are low income.
Yeah.
It's hard to attract a romantic partner if you look like a broke loser. And good luck getting a good job if you show up at an interview looking like someone who's never had a good job before.
Man, you're not lying. I'm going to tell you right now, you're talking some facts, man. You're talking some facts, man. AKA Trey. Nah, look, bro, I'm telling you. Now, the problem is a lot of people, a lot of motherfuckers go broke trying to, just trying to keep up with the Joneses, bro. Instead of being smart with their money, investing, or even just saving in general for when something goes on down the road. It's like, bro, I gotta buy this little I'm having type shit. You, Trey Young, your parlay cooked, bro.
The most
like so many people do that shit, bro.
Obvious proof that these luxury items act.
But like this is not just a poor person thing though. Like even wealthy people do this too, y'all. Like people are consistent. People are just like it in almost every corner of life. So why is a rich person, this motherfucker might buy, he want to get a yacht. Rich. He don't want to get the small yacht because his neighbor just got one. So I'm going to get one that's this size. Like, people do the same.
Is a necessary status symbol for the middle class is the sheer number of counterfeits that exist. From New York's Canal Street to China's AliExpress, you'll find no shortage of logo-riddled items. Their quality is usually subpar at best, yet its demand continues to grow. The more extreme income inequality...
Bro, I don't know about y'all. I have been seeing like online, well, it kind of toned down a little bit. But for like earlier this year, I just feel like I kept scrolling on TikTok and it just be a bunch of people like just talking about reps and like it was crazy for a minute. It did tone down, but like that's everywhere.
Becomes, the more pressure people feel to create the impression that they are succeeding. When the COVID pandemic shut down nearly everything, it caused many middle-class folks to lose their jobs and place significant financial strain on the entire world. You'd think luxury spending would crash during a time of global financial uncertainty, yet the exact opposite happened. Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton, LVMH for short, is a French conglomerate that owns many brands such as Tiffany and Dior. Oddly enough, the last few years has been an incredible growth period for LVMH. Its market cap at one point crossed over $500 billion. Bernard Arnault, CEO of LVMH, became the richest person alive with a net worth over $200 billion. There's not a singular reason why this happened, but experts point to a few key findings that help tell the story. For one, studies continue to prove that income inequality causes both the rich to consume more luxury goods as they can afford to, but also that poorer individuals similarly consume more as a means to present themselves as successful. Governments across the world.
My homie got fake buffs and tried to tell me they was real. Did you did you kill his dream? Or did you just let that nigga make it?
Also gave out stimulus checks during this period, and many people used it to buy luxury items. Perhaps it's because they didn't know what else to use it for, but studies show it's indicative of a cultural shift regarding how we view luxury. A study from Bain found that Gen Z consumers are starting to buy luxury items some 3 to 5 years earlier than millennials, at 15 years old versus...
Say, man! Bro, the kids that's in like middle school to today, oh my God, bro, these going to school, designer down. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Like, bro, we wanted Jordans, bro. We wanted Jordans. Now, obviously, wanted they wanted some Bape or something. Like, now they want some Louis Vuitton shoes. They want some LV skates. They want some got Burberry. Like, bro, these they be designer down, bro. Oh yeah, some Lanvins. Like, bro, like, this be crazy, bro. Some Pradas.
Is around 18 to 20. Gone are the days where luxury items were exclusively for the rich. Now, it's merely a savings goal for younger generations to eventually purchase these items. Buy now, pay later platforms like Afterpay.
Yo, please, tell my here, please stop using Afterpay. All right, now, in the grand scheme of things, Afterpay is not that bad. But what I learned is, first of all, if you can't buy it now, you shouldn't be buying it right now. And I'm just give you a little bit of financial advice, just a little bit. If you can't get it right now, you shouldn't buy it right now, right? But if you were to use Afterpay for one item once every 4 months, something like that, I'm with you. But the problem is when people start to use Afterpay, they'll be making payments on 3 to 4 things at one time. Bro, relax, man. Because now when your check come in, it's gone. Like, they be tripping with this, bro.
And luxury
or from the reason why I got my PS5. Like, I can, what I can say is I can understand if y'all like just use it once every now and then, but like dead ass using it too much, and then like now you owe them crazy amount of money.
Sale sites like The RealReal offer even more ways for those financially insecure to partake in this illusion.
What the RealReal?
More forms like Afterpay and luxury resale sites like The RealReal offer even more ways for those financially insecure to partake in this illusion.
People have babies with no money all the time. And if you're so worried about it, why don't you stop buying designer clothes, huh?
I buy everything on eBay. It doesn't count when you're wearing Marc Jacobs from Minneapolis.
Hey, eBay hit.
As younger generations increase their consumption of luxury goods, these products lose their value as a means to signal wealth. Even in The Simpsons, what was supposed to be a cartoon about a lower middle-class family has now done a collaboration with Balenciaga. It's clear that mainstream luxury fashion brands have begun shifting away from targeting the rich and instead towards advertising to the middle class. To rationalize their expensive price relative to quality, these luxury brands are careful to thread the needle between growth and scarcity. Many companies do limited production runs or even destroy their excess inventory to create scarcity. Luxury fashion
a lot of them collabs be as too.
Items have some of the highest margins across all industries, and they keep it that way through projecting a false sense of exclusivity. The idea that luxury has been diluted by the middle class has resurfaced many discussions regarding two so-called factions of wealth: old money and new money. Old money would be someone like a member of the Walton family who famously founded Walmart, and new money would be someone like your uncle who apparently made millions buying Bitcoin. Being old money suggests a kind of generational familiarity to wealth that doesn't require someone to show it off, compared to new money, which suggests someone didn't grow up rich and has a need or desire to project their newfound wealth.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, it's also like when you first come into new money, a lot of these people that's becoming millionaires overnight or billionaires over X amount of months or whatever type of shit, like.
This tension between old money and new money has existed forever, perhaps most famously explored in F. Scott Fitzgerald's.
Eventually, later on down the road, from what I've seen with those people, eventually, once you have the money and you live with the money for a while, all right, I'm not gonna be doing all that. Like, I'm good. Like, I've got it out my system. I've traveled. I've bought the cars. I don't need to spend all this money. Let's just worry about keep building and stacking and shit like that.
The Great
You make your
Gatsby.
transition over to the old
Social
money
media,
later. Old money
especially
later.
since the show's Succession, seems to have really obsessed over the idea that old money is classy and new money is trashy,
That's
especially when it comes to how they dress.
whack.
In the show, when luxury items were worn, they weren't from brands you probably ever heard of, and besides looking well fit and of high quality, they weren't anything unique. They are ridiculously expensive, but only other rich people would know. The show clearly suggests that old money has quiet luxury and new money lacks subtlety.
Oh, Pa, and everyone's laughing up their sleeves about your date.
What? Why?
Why? Because she's brought a ludicrously capacious bag.
What?
What's even in there? Huh?
When we think of mainstream luxury brands, the
Bro,
first thing that
this is the thing about people, and it's never gonna change in life. It's been this way since we've been in middle school, elementary, high school, whatever. People are always going to try to find something that different, that like, it makes me different from you, and therefore this makes me better than you. And they always gonna want to do that, bro. Like, so then now, boom, it go from you broke, I got money. Boom, you go in the room, everybody got money. Okay, everybody got money, but you wearing that brand and I'm wearing this. I'm better than you. You not used to money. I've been having it. It's never gonna change, bro. That's why, bro, you ultimately gotta do whatever the you want to do and what you like while being smart at doing it. Cause you can't worry about nobody else, bro. Like these motherfuckers who the goalposts and why I'm better than you in every way. They'll go from race. Okay, we the same race. They go to money. Okay, we both got money. Okay, all right, you show your money off tacky. Like it's just, it never ends.
comes to mind is often clothing that has its logo plastered all over it, but most fashion brands such as Ralph Lauren or Gucci typically also have a secondary sub-brand or style that lacks any obvious signs of branding, while also being higher quality and more expensive. It's kind of like
one of the popular like sub brands. I always say their name wrong, so please forgive me, bro. So for people that want Rolexes and you don't want to pay the Rolex price, you can get a Tudor watch. I always f that name up, bro. It's Rolex's sub brand. It's a discounted brand. It's a quality watch. It's just it won't look as cool as a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the same thing for Eli, you got it right. And it's like the same thing with Lamborghini. A lot of times with Lamborghini, you can't get a Lamborghini, or if you just want to save money on a Lamborghini, what some people do is, you know what? I'm gonna get the Audi because maybe I might not get this Lamborghini. What's name? I get the Lamborghini. I get the Audi R8. I might not be able to get a Urus, or a Urus is just, it's not smart for me to get right now. I'm gonna get an RSQ8. Like that's what people do, and they both made by the same company. Like no bullshit.
any obvious signs of branding, while also being higher quality and more expensive. It's kind
You
of
had to talk about yourself. No, I'm just giving an example, gangsta. I'm just giving an example, man.
like how tech subscriptions have evolved. You can use the cheaper version with ads, or pay for premium and get a higher quality ad
Wait, run this back because I want to see this point.
over it, but most fashion brands such as Ralph Lauren or Gucci typically also have a secondary sub-brand or style.
Okay, we get it. You haven't. F you. That's not even what I was saying. Well, you know what? We just gonna keep going, y'all.
That lacks any obvious signs of branding, while also being higher quality and
Volkswagen make all that. Yes, they do.
more expensive. It's kind of like how tech subscriptions have evolved. You can use the cheaper version with ads, or pay for premium and get a higher quality ad-free experience.
But the thing is, why would I? If I'm paying, why would I get ads? Like for this, I'm assuming this is Netflix, right? I'm finna give you $6.99 for, and then I'm still getting hit with ads. Go f yourself, nigga. Now, if this Hulu, okay, all right, it might be Hulu then, bro. And then you give me 720p. I'm being honest. At this current point in time in my life, 720p is ugly. It just is, bro. It just is. These motherfuckers gonna hide $15 for 1080. You a motherfucker, dog. $15. Now, let me tell y'all what I don't get, chat. Anything 4K, I don't really pay for. Don't pay for. Because 9 times out of 10, while we get 4K TVs, when you using this through your streaming service, it don't even look 4K. I don't buy 4K. Real shit. Because, man, bro, the infrastructure still ain't there at this point. And I'll be if I buy 8K anything. I'm going to save my money.
Experience.
Donos real quick. I mean, if I play Donos, it's going to be a bunch. It's a bunch. Oh, matter of fact, it's not. It's actually not. I'll play them. All right, boom. Let's get back to this video. We almost done.
Funny enough, an entire fashion subculture has now emerged that tries to emulate the old money aesthetic on a budget, which really just seems to be fashion designs like this. Companies like Zara and H&M have capitalized on this trend, and although to some extent it's just another way of projecting a false sense of status.
Man, I just think these are decent looking clothes. God, can a nigga just buy some clothes he like? I didn't even think Zara had, like, I'm giving off fake wealth. Everything gotta have a category, bro. Bro, like, I bought a couple things from Zara's because I was like, I had to go to a wedding in Mexico. I didn't think that.
At least it can be far less expensive and not nearly as obnoxious. It goes without saying that not everyone that purchases flashy luxury items are insecure posers. Some just really like the brand, and that's perfectly fine. Advertising and social media has effectively allowed brands to communicate unique identities around their products, and there's enough variety for everyone to find something they like. There isn't anything inherently wrong with saving up to purchase a luxury item. Often, people do it as a gift to themselves to celebrate an achievement. The problem arises when these are used as a tool to project status, especially during times of economic hardship. While owning a home has become out of reach for many in the middle class, luxury consumption for the same demographic continues to go up. While some may say it's our own fault as our priorities have shifted, perhaps regular folks have merely given up on what used to be attainable, and these luxury brands have done a better job of capitalizing on our insecurities.
Buy what you like and only buy it because you like it. Don't buy nothing for no status, because just because you got on the Prada shirt don't mean that shorty gonna fuck you, bro. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You still gotta be able to talk to her, whatever, bro. And you can pull a girl in a basic white tee. All right, so don't be buying nothing because you think, oh, you're gonna get more women. Don't be buying nothing because you think you're gonna get more dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just buy it because you like it, and also buy it because you are financially able to do it.
So the next time you find yourself wanting to splurge on a luxury brand, question the reason you have that desire in the first place.
Oh, we on clothes?
Is it because you actually really like it?
Dress. The people I be around like it though.
And think it provides a lot of value per dollar? Or is it something more? Who are you really buying it for? Yourself? Or so that others can see you owning it?
See, look, that's a great question. This is a good video. I like this video. Like, bro, please just buy stuff that you like.